Please continue to maintain the line while the management joins the call.
Are we live? Yes. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. I am Ashish Nanda. I manage the digital business at Kotak Securities. Um, and I have with me today a very special colleague, Sandeep Chordia. Sandeep is the joint president and business head of Kotak Neo. Rather, he's the chief architect. Hi, Sandeep. How are you?
Hi, Ashish. How are
Okay, a
you?
little bit about Sandeep. Sandeep is a veteran at Kotak, has done various roles with Kotak Securities, including being in compliance, in operations. He's a chartered accountant by profession, and he is also the chief architect of this new platform that we are launching today, Kotak Neo. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Ashish. Good afternoon, all the viewers on the show. Thanks for joining in.
Sandeep, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ashish.
Yes, Sandeep is there.
Can you
So
hear me?
yes, at Kotak. Okay, great, Sandy. At Kotak, our endeavor is to enrich the experience of customers. And in this regard, I am delighted to launch the new Neo platform. Rather, we launched it about a week back. It has been a lot of our clients have already used Neo over the last year, helping us test, helping us iron out a lot of issues we had on the platform. And yes, it is live today. A little bit about Kotak Neo. Kotak Neo is a trading platform that we have built from scratch. We had a legacy platform, but I think about 3 4 years back we started. 3 years back we started working on it. Sandeep, we were able to launch the first version within the 6 months of the product being launched. It is based on a cutting edge technology. Um, so it is available to all our customers. So not wasting too much of your time, Sandeep, we'll start with some Q&A. I'll ask you a few questions, Andy, and if you could help all our customers understand where we are coming from. So my first question to you, Sandy, would be: Have you been you have been closely associated with this project since inception? So, in your word, what is Kotak Neo? What is Kotak Neo all about? And what was the need for Kotak Neo? And how has the journey been, Sandy?
Yeah. Thanks, Ashish. I think you have initially summarized it well. I will just put across what was the need of Kotak Neo, what is Kotak Neo all about. So, as you all know, I think Kotak Securities always has been at the forefront of the technology. Many of you will recall kotakstreet.com, which was our first website, which was launched in 2001 when internet trading was about to start in India. And I think we were among the first very few brokers who started offering internet trading services to our customers. Similarly, I think in 2006, when the mobile was gaining the traction in India, I think again Kotak Securities was almost amongst the first few brokers who started offering the mobile trading platform or the mobile trading application for the customer. So that way, I think Kotak Securities always has been at the forefront of technology. But let us admit that yes, it is a legacy code written almost 20 years back. Everything has a limited shelf life, etc., and it's always a need to reinvent, and that is what we try to do in Kotak Securities. It's a code written almost 20 years back, monolithic architecture, on-prem services, etc. So it becomes a little difficult to scale up, and I think the need was felt to have completely new platform written from scratch on the new age technology, new age architecture, which is completely cloud-based microservice architecture, follow the agile way of development so that you can have the faster shipping to the customer. So that is what we try to do as a part of Kotak Neo. So we all went all out, spoke to the customers, tried to understand their pain points, and what we realized that the traders require the speed. For them, the speed is extremely important. They want right from the time they identify the opportunity to executing and the trade going through, they want all of that to happen in less than a second. So we realize that the speed is important, and secondly, the UI UX. People, especially the investors, want very simple, lean platform which is very easy to understand, which should be intuitive. They don't want to probably go through too many FAQs or the videos, etc., before they understand how to put a trade. So they need the platform which is right from the time they open the account to onboarding onto the platform and start trading. They want all those journeys to be very, very simple and intuitive. And that is what I think we try to do in Kotak Neo, that have a cutting edge technology where we take care of the speed and also take care of the simplicity or the UI UX aspect, because you have the both the mix of the traders and investors. While the traders may want a lot of special features like charts, APIs, etc., the investors want very, very simple platform. We can have two platforms, but at this point of time, we said let's have one platform. But how do I manage the needs of both the client base which we have? And that is what we try to do with this Kotak Neo platform. So that's Kotak Neo for you.
Great, Sandy. Uh, Sandy, you just said that you have a lot of features for traders, and as far as apart from traders, for investors as well. For traders, you said there is speed. So can you kind of highlight a little bit on what all features do you have for traders? What all features do you have for investors? If you could little bit elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, sure. I will do that. So, yeah, for the traders, as I said, the speed is critical. We will talk about it in more detail on how we achieved the speed element. But yes, I can assure all of you that if you have good internet speed, and what I mean by internet speed is if your internet speed above 256 kbps, more or less you can be certain that all your whatever APIs you hit or whatever page you are trying to look at or the trade you want to do, all should happen in less than 1 second. So that is for the traders. Of course, we have a lot of features to talk about and very, very simple UI UX element for the investors community. What I will do is I will probably take you through the small presentation which we have. I could have showed the live app, but I think on this webinar it becomes difficult to show the live app because of the quality, etc. So I'm going to take you very briefly with the features which we have. Of course, they are common to the investors and traders, but as I go along, I will say what are the features which the traders would definitely love and what are the features what the investors will love. I'm going to keep it very crisp and very short as such. So, can we start the presentation? Yeah, thanks for having it. Okay, so this is just a summary and I will take it in more detail. So one, Kotak Neo is a platform, not just the mobile app. It has the complete ecosystem. So where in Kotak Securities, you may have Kotak Stock Trader, which is a mobile app. You may have Kit, which is a trading terminal. You have the trading APIs, and you have a website. Similarly, the Kotak Neo has almost four things. It has the Kotak Neo mobile app. It has the Kotak website. It has the trading terminal in the form of a Nest terminal, and we also have just recently launched the trading APIs. Of course, the integration with most of the fintech players is underway, and large fintechs probably in next month or so should be able to launch the new API integration. But it's available. If any customers who has a good technical know-how, the APIs are available. Just for the information of all the viewers, all the links for mobile website APIs, it's already there in the description box. You can probably just use it to see how the Kotak Neo mobile app or how the website looks like. Obviously, for the customers who have the login, they will be able to log in and trade. And for the others, there is an option to switch to Kotak Neo, which I'll all explain how to go for that. I'm going to talk about how we have simplified the entire login piece for the customer, entire onboarding experience for the customers, multiple modes of payment. I'm going to talk about the quick execution of traders, how we are helping the traders, how the charts, etc., have been integrated in Neo, and of course, various other investment opportunities like mutual fund, IPO, small case, all that is available. So I'm going to take you through in little more detail about this feature. So first one is login. Login is the one, again, when we spoke to the customers, one of the pain point which came in is that maybe one person is handling more than one account. I think this is what you will typically see in Indian families where one person may have two accounts. Let's say husband also has account of husband and family, or vice versa. And one person may want to switch between the two accounts and look at the portfolio or look at the trades, etc. Uh, it becomes very inconvenient for them to completely log out of the system and re-log in, etc. So what we did is a very simple thing. You do a registration one time on a device. The system is able to remember saying that okay, it's a XYZ person who has logged in, and then the next time it is going to only ask you one of the three things. It either you can log in through the MPIN which you set up, or you can use the biometric, which is fingerprint or the face ID, or you also have the option of OTP. But that's the only thing which you require for to log in onto the platform. So then it becomes very very simple that 9 o'clock or 9:15 as you start your day, you just go on the platform, just put the face ID, fingerprint, and you are good to go into the platform and start putting the trade. You want to switch the account, let's say there is a customer Manish Anzini and they want to switch, you just click on the name and you are already on the other account, and again just use the fingerprint authentication and you are inside. Obviously it's all secured, it is all complied as per the SEBI regulations, etc. Because first time when you set up the account, it's going through the entire process of identifying the person, ensuring that device is registered, the OTP is registered, and once we confirm that this customer is good to go, then only his account gets mapped into the system. So but this becomes after that, for the family members it becomes very easy to switch between the accounts and start logging in and trade. So that's a simple login journey, I will say, which we have done it in mobile. Second, as I say, we have been always having the shorter release cycle. So we may have missed certain features, but what we did is we were listening to the customer's voice, and I get feedback from everywhere. I get it on Twitter, LinkedIn, uh, customer calls, and the in-app feedback. I think one of the feedback which we got is on the website, where people said it's very inconvenient to keep putting the OTP every time. So we understood the problem. We were thinking, how do we solve that problem? And one of the ideas which came out from the team is, why don't we have the QR code kind of a thing? So this is a very simple thing which is now just going live. So what you do is, if you're already logged into the mobile, you just click on log into the desktop web from the mobile. You go to your website on Neo website, which is entry.kotakstudios.com. Just say login with scan QR code. So there are three options you see: login with mobile, login with PAN, and scan QR code. So this is the third option which will come, I would say, in next 15-20 days, where you get option of login with scan QR code. The unique QR code comes, which is there only for 30 seconds, and you open your mobile app. Once I've told you that it's so easy to get into the mobile app by putting your biometric or OTP, etc. Getting into the mobile is easier. Once you get into the mobile, just click on the login to desktop web, scan the QR code, and you are logged in onto the website. So that, I will say, changes the entire dynamics of trading on the website, with very simple thing where you need not remember your user ID, password, etc. If you are logged in onto the mobile, you can seamlessly move to the website as well. So that's the another option which is recently getting developed. On the funds, I will say we have looked at the multiple payment modes. Direct access is nothing but what we call in KST as Trinity, or three-in-one facility, which all of us know, where if you have account with Kotak Bank, since you're already authenticated and CRN, etc., is already interlinked, you have a direct access facility that if you're logged in onto the Kotak Neo platform, you can just fill in the amount and click, and the transfer can happen. So it becomes very very easy, seamless, that if you're a trader and you want to immediately put the margin in place, in less than fraction of a minute you will be able to transfer the fund, the margin gets updated, and you are good to go and start trading. Similarly, you have option available for net banking, UPI. These are again very very popular mode of transfers, where UPI almost, I will say, support all major banks in India. So you can transfer free of charge. I think up to 1 lakh rupees you can transfer through the UPI, and that's the option which is available to the customers. We also recently launched this facility of Smart Collect, which we call it as one-time beneficiary setup. This is as simple as, like, if you are doing a transfer to anyone, you just go to your net banking, you put one-time registration of that beneficiary, and then you transfer. Similarly, in Kotak Neo, each customer gets the unique beneficiary ID. So when this option you see IMPS, NEFT, RTGS, if any customer clicks on that option, he can get the unique beneficiary ID of Kotak Neo, and that he can put into his bank account on the net banking. And once he registers, he can transfer anytime the funds through IMPS, NEFT, RTGS. Of course, IMPS and RTGS are almost real time, that whatever time it takes for the IMPS or RTGS to go through, once you see a debit in your bank statement, I think you can come back and check on Kotak Neo, and more or less the funds would have been available in Kotak Neo as well, and you are good to, again, the margins are added and you are ready to start trading. So this is something which is available in Kotak Neo. I think this IMPS, NFT, RTGS facility is available in Kotak Securities as well, but in a different manner, where sometimes there could be delay in fund transfers and those customer complaints used to come. But this is something which we have done it all with the help of Razorpay, and I think the customer feedback till now has been very, very encouraging. We also offer the same day payout. So again, the difference between what we have in Kotak Securities and Kotak Neo, if I have to just tell you the small difference is, in Kotak Securities, as you request the funds, your margin will get reduced to that extent. So you lose on the trading opportunity for the day. Whereas in Kotak Neo, I may take your request any point of time. We have a cutoff of 4 o'clock. So up to 4 o'clock, if you put a request, then that request will get processed, but during the day the funds are available for trading. And 4 o'clock cutoff, I will find out whether you have sufficient margin available, and if the margins are available, will allow you to, will the payout will be made. While we say the payout will go up to 11 o'clock, I think most of our customers get the payout latest by 6:37. So this is what has been made available in Neo platform. This is another feature which we have added, what we call it as amount due. Again, we got feedback from multiple customers when we are talking to existing client as well as new customers. They said that it becomes very difficult to identify what is the amount I need to make the payment to Kotak Securities in time, so that I'm not charged the interest. Many times they may forget, etc. So this is something which we have developed, where on the platform you can see what is the exact amount you need to make the payment today, what is the payment you need to make payment by the next working day. We also tell you what is the derivatives margin due. You have an option of funding it either by for stock or the funds. So all the information is made available very, very upfront, and it helps the customer in making sure that they are not charged the interest on delayed payment unnecessarily for the want of information. We also have integrated the technical chart. So while Kotak Securities has the chart IQ, again, based on the customer feedback, we went with the Trading View integration, where all the time frame, like 1 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour, all the time frames are available. The customers can draw multiple indicators, layouts. All the indicators get saved. There is a beautiful video available on the Kotak Neo app as well as on YouTube, which you can look at how to save all your indicators. We are also working on going for the paid version of Trading View, which will happen probably in next quarter, where more advanced features will be available from the Trading View perspective, including trading from the charts, etc. So this is what we have done on the charts front. We also have the option chain again available on the home page itself, where at one click you can check the option chain for Nifty, Bank Nifty. These are the most traded contracts which are available on the home page, which the customer can click and can immediately go to the option chain. He can look at the LTP, OI. Again, it is, you can see the spot price, so it becomes very easy to understand what is in the money contract, what are out of the money contract, and the customer can immediately take the bets. You can easily move to the OI. OI is again put in lakhs. So numbers are not very large. You can see a small number and immediately look at what is the OI and take the decisions. There is an option of per lot. So you can easily say this price, you can convert it to a lot, and you can see how much I need to pay or receive if I want to trade per lot basically. So very very simple things, but I think very very important from the trader's perspective, and that is what we try to do. This again coming from the feedback of the customers that they wanted a very quick facility to cancel the order or square off the position. So what we have done is you go to the position page, at a single click, just do a long press and you get the option of canceling or exiting the position. So again, very very trader friendly feature which is available on our mobile platform. This is another feature, large order slicing. So what happens is many times in FNO you may have the freeze quantity issue where you may not be able to put the single order beyond the particular quantity. And in mobile app, what we have done is you decide your quantity, and as you press the buy or the sell button, the system will say that this seems to be higher than the freeze quantity. Should I readjust the orders in a fashion where at a single click you can execute the orders? So at a click, he just says, okay, split in three orders, and three orders will go into the exchange. So this is what we have done. Basket order is again the feature which was most awaited, most asked for features from the customer, where they wanted a facility where they can create the basket and at one click the order needs to go through. Again, the speed is essence, and people wanted that facility, so we have developed this. Obviously, we are getting feedback from the clients that they also want to see the margin which will be required for executing this order. Work is underway to integrate that feature as well. For the investors, we also have the research call. This is similar to what you get in KST. I'll just say again the UI perspective. Again, it has become simple that what you see is all shares and your shares. Your shares is nothing but your portfolio, and on your portfolio, if I have any research view, you can immediately see at one place. So that is what customers want. They may not want to go through 267 research call. He will be interested saying that was I am holding 10 shares. Tell me what is your view on those stocks, and it's very easy. You just go to the your shares tab and look at what is that Kotak Securities has to say on this particular stock. This is a summary view you get. You of course click inside, it will tell you more details about the research call, four reasons about our recommendation. You click further, you can read the entire detailed research report. So the philosophy which we have followed in entire Neo app is a progressive disclosure kind of a thing, that you start small and then you drill down and then you can get into more complex stuff. That is what the philosophy you will see throughout the Neo application, or any feature which you see, which is what is available for the traders. Of course, we show the equity and derivatives calls at one place for them for the easy execution. You can just click on this, and from there directly it goes into the order screen and you can place the trade as well. This is another thing which I want to talk about. Of course, this feature is available on Kotak Stock Trader, or what we call popularly as KST. But again, on the home page, you get all the screeners. You get technical, growth, value. I think there are more than 30 screeners which are available. It helps all the investors and traders to filter on the stock based on the various parameters. They can drill down and then go to the specific stock which is of interest to them. Again, from either the screeners or from the script information page, you get much more detailed information, which I was talking about, the progressive disclosure, that if the trader want to execute, you just go come to the home page and you have a buy sell button. But you want to explore more, there are different tabs available: research, FNO, technical, financials, shareholding, the SWOT analysis which is available. So you go further, drill down, and then as you want to go along, you will have more and more features or the information available at your fingertips, for it, which will help you in your trading decisions basically. These are all other investment options which are available. The investors may want to invest in mutual fund, IPO. We recently even integrated with small case, so now the customers have a choice of investing through the small case in either lump sum or the SIP way of investment. So these are all options available to the customers. Of course, we are getting feedback from the clients on mutual fund and the IPO saying that it's not native, mobile native, and it takes you to the Chrome browser, etc. We are all working on this, on how do we make this a native journey. These are all large modules, so it may take some time, but the feedback is already noted, and the team is working on this actually. These are again the self-service facilities available. So we want customers to have everything available on the app itself. There should not be any need for you to go anywhere, including to your relationship manager or the dealer, etc. Everything should be available on the app. So what we did is all our important journeys, what we looked at, the customers want, they may want to update contact, email, address. Lot of customers want the segment activation. All of this is available at the click of a button to the customers. Obviously, these are all evolving journeys. They will become more better and better as we go along this session. This is another thing which what we used, and this is extremely helpful for us as well. The customer can go and give a feedback from the in-app itself. He can give me the feedback, he can request the feature, he can report the bug, and he can also give the attachment. And I think customers have been using this a lot, and we get a lot of feedback. And I just want to inform all the customers that all the feedback is duly noted, worked upon. We religiously go through all the feedback, all the features, all the bugs what the customer report, and everything is actioned out. So please be rest assured that if you are putting the feedback on this, since we also come to know which client is putting this information, the client code, it becomes easier for us to come back to if I want to ask you more information. So as compared to when you put a feedback on the Play Store, App Store, sometimes it becomes difficult to trace the customer, and you lose the trail of what the customer is really asking. Vis-a-vis here, you get the option of putting attachment. I can get back to the customer. So this has been a phenomenal, simple again step, but helping us a lot. We get close to 50, 60 feedback every day, and what we do is we look at what are the major feedback coming from the customers, what are the major features which are being asked by the most of the customers, and that automatically helps in the product team on the prioritization. So higher the request for the feature in the list of the priority, we look at if more customers are asking for that feature, automatically it goes on the top of our list of the work which we want to do. So this is what all I just wanted to show. Of course, I can't show you the full features, Ashish. It will take a lot of time, but in the interest of time, I thought I will show what are the key things what the investors and traders will look forward to on the Kotak Neo platform.
Thanks, Sandeep. That was an amazing presentation. And I have seen myself how your team has built this product brick by brick. I know those late night meetings when you used to discuss which feature to prioritize over the other. So yes, a lot of hard work has gone. 2 years of amazing work. And I remember 1 year back when we were launching the first phase, as in the Nest platform, there was a lot of debate on whether we should actually launch Nest now or probably wait for the entire suite to be ready. So, Sandy, as I understand, there are four pieces. One is the Nest desktop trading app, trading platform. We have the Neo mobile, we have the Neo web, and the fourth piece is the Neo API.
Correct.
So while before I go into a little bit of more detail, can you just help our customers understand what is the process of existing customers being able to access all these four platforms?
Okay.
Also, does a client miss out on anything if he moves from the existing platform, the KST or whichever platform he's using? If he moves from that platform into Neo, does he miss out on anything? And also, do you charge for use of any of these platforms?
Okay. Okay. I'll answer a few of the questions on will you miss on anything, etc. first before I talk about the process of migration. So, Ashish, as I said, obviously we have been working on this building of this new platform, but obviously it takes time. You can't. Rome was not built in a day, right? It took ages for the Rome
Of
to be
course.
built. Same thing on Kotak Neo. You can't have all the features, everything available on the platform at once. So as I said, we look at what are the most used features, what are the most asked features, and that is what the team works on development. It is agile way of development, what we call the iterative way of development, where we plan our sprint or our cycles of development, and the once the feature comes in prioritization, it should in a month or two should get developed. We want to make sure that it is properly tested before we ship it to the customers. Obviously, with the agile way of delivery, every 15 days you will see a new version of the mobile app coming through. So we are coming out with a faster pace with the new features, etc. But I will say yes, some of the features which could be missing at this point of time is what we call good till cancelled, or what people want GTD, good till triggered, or the trailing stop loss. These are some of the features I would say are the features which are still asked by some customers. I'm not saying they are not important, but yes, at this point of time, they are not available on Kotak Neo platform. Uh, but barring that, I will say 90-95% of what the customers want on the platform, the features are available. The platform is new age platform. The user interface is very, very simple, intuitive. As I said, speed again becomes important from for traders, but obviously the investors also want the fast platform. So when I compare between the two, Kotak Stock Trader and Kotak Neo, I will not say Kotak Stock Trader is bad or etc. But obviously, when you're talking about upgrade, I would say Kotak Neo is a good option to upgrade with 90-95% of the features being available. You will miss out on certain features. Obviously, if that's the most key features you want, then I would definitely say wait for some period. We will announce when those features will be announced. But if you're okay with this one or two features not being available, I think it's a high time the customers start moving to the Kotak Neo platform, because it is new age. It can handle more load. It has a high performance, speed, good UI UX. So that's what I will say. The other thing which I want to highlight at this point of time is the access to the relationship manager. Uh, because the Kotak Neo was meant for the self trading customer. When I say self trading, means customer transacting himself. Our initial idea is to get all the customers who trade themselves online. Those customers can easily move to Kotak Neo platform, because they are not used to talking to anyone before putting the trade. But yes, if you are looking at your dealer support, if you want a local dealer support, then at this point of time, it may or may not be fully available. Of course, we have a fully developed centralized dealing assistance which is available. So again, you can call on the Kotak Securities toll-free number. If you're a Kotak Neo client, you get seamlessly transferred to a central dealing support, where the team can help you and assist in finding out anything about your margin or placing trades, etc. But if you are used to your local dealer, or you want to talk in a specific regional language, these are certain nuances which may not be available to a Kotak Securities client when he moves to the Kotak Neo platform, because this is meant for the online customers, or the customers who trade themselves online. Of course, we are working on the alternate mechanism where we may offer the all the dealers with the required trading terminal, and once that is in place, I think then it becomes everything. The Kotak Neo client also can go to the local branch, etc., and put a transaction, but that is some time away. So these, I will say, are very, very minute points, but important to highlight that this may not be available. The second thing to highlight is the trading API. The trade API obviously are different for Kotak Securities and Kotak Neo. So when you are moving to Kotak Neo, your existing Kotak Securities APIs are not going to work. You will have to do a fresh integration with the new Kotak Neo trading APIs. Uh, Obviously, if you are a good technocrat, then you will easily understand, and it's very simple process of integration. We are also in the process of tying up with multiple fintechs. Let's say, I think one fintech which I know, Algobaba, is already live, and TradeTron, etc., are in the process of integration. So I think probably in a month or so, most of the large fintechs should be ready to integrate Kotak Neo. And once that is done, I think the trading customers who want the access to the trade APIs, they also can easily move to the Kotak Neo platform. So these are the certain things I think it's important to highlight. Kotak Neo is nothing but Kotak Securities. We just want the better experience for the customers, but obviously we don't want customer to struggle once they move to Kotak Neo platform. So it is important to highlight this finer differences which are there at this point of time, which if the customers are aware, then they should not be facing any challenges. Largely, I'm saying if it's a pure investors, or if you are just the trader who do everything online on the mobile platform, I think the Kotak Neo platform has more or less everything to offer, and it should be the good and rewarding trading experience for the customers. I'll now just show what is the process of migration. I'll explain what this word migration means. I think a lot of people may want to understand what this migration means and where am I moving, etc. Can I have the second presentation, please, which will talk about the process, please?
And Sandy, just a small one. Also, please explain that the old platform, once they migrate to Neo, the old platform comes to an end. So I'm saying they can't use the old platform. A little bit on that as well.
Yeah. I'll talk about as that as well. So I'll take you through the process of migration. I also want to explain what this migration means, why that migration is required for people
Sure.
to understand. So this is the first thing which you start. If you go to the Kotak Securities, you go to the product trading tools. There's an option for switch to Kotak Neo. The customer just clicks on switch to Kotak Neo. He lands on a platform which page which explains everything about what is Kotak Neo, what is available, what is not available. It's a more or less a self-explanatory page. Once the customer is convinced that he is good to switch to Kotak Neo, he can just click on switch to Neo, and then this chatbot opens. But before that, I need to explain what this switch means and why there is a need for the switch. So please understand the Kotak Stock Trader is built on a trading engine which we internally call it as ITMS, which was developed almost 20 years back. The entire order and risk management happens on the ITMS platform, whereas Kotak Neo is built on completely new order and risk management, which is supported by Refinitiv. And you can't have the customer on the two risk management system at the same point of time. So let's say if Ashish is the customer and Ashish has 1 lakh rupees in his ledger or in his DP, he can't trade on two platforms. It's almost like trading with two brokers at the same time, because same 1 lakh can't be used at two places. So that is the reason we need to make sure that the customer is mapped to only one order and risk management system at any point of time. It doesn't mean that you need to reopen the account or your account code will change or your ledger balance will change, position will change, nothing of that sort. But for the backend system to understand that next day morning when you are going to open the app and going to trade, which is the platform where I should give you the trading limit so that you can trade. And it can be only one platform. And hence, it's important for us to take a written confirmation from the customer that they want to switch to Kotak Neo. And once the request is taken, then obviously you get migrated to Kotak Neo platform. So, what I just said, you go to the web, click on Kotak Neo, read about whatever you want to understand about Kotak Neo. There are multiple now videos available for the Kotak Neo platform, so which can introduce you to the various features which are available on the Kotak Neo platform, which more or less familiarizes you with whether you are okay with the Kotak Neo platform. And if you are more or less convinced that, then you can give a request through a chatbot. It has a very simple way of authenticating yourself, because we don't want anyone coming and saying move Ashish. Ashish has to come and say move me, and hence it's important to authenticate you as a customer. And it's a simple OTP based authentication. Once you give the request, we take your request in the backend, and then the system will move you to a Kotak Neo platform. So you should get a welcome mailer next day. So there are certain checks which we have kept in place. Majority of the customers should be eligible, but let's say we were not having the trade API since a month ago. So obviously, if you are using trade API, then system will say that okay, Ashish is using trade API. It should not be moved to Neo, and we may not move you to the Neo platform. So certain checks happen, and basis that if the back office feels that everything is in place, then the request is taken, it is processed. Once the request is taken and you are fit to move to Neo, next day you should get the welcome mail from Kotak Neo, which will welcome you to Kotak Neo platform, and it will tell you all the steps which are required for you to now start trading, start setting up the account, and start trading on the platform. So once you get the link, you just click on that mailer. It will ask you first to download the app. Then there is a very simple process. You put your mobile number and PAN. It sends you one OTP, and once it identifies that it's the same customer, then it helps you. It asks you to basically do three things. You have to set up your MPIN, password, and the biometric, of course, is optional, but it's a good facility for the customer for the ease of logging in and trading. So these are the steps the customer need to go through. Uh, your existing user ID and password will not work here. You may want to keep the same password, but you have to do the one-time setup process for you to start using the Kotak Neo platform. So once you log in, as I said, you can see your same portfolio, your funds are same, your positions, whatever positions you have carried forward from your existing platform, they are all available on the Neo platform. So you need not close your positions from KST when you are moving to Neo. So that's what it is. Your brokerage plans remain same. I think our trade free plan and trade free youth are hugely popular plan amongst the customers because the intraday is free, and all those benefit seamlessly move when you are moving to the Neo platform. You obviously have a central dealing desk available. If you want any trade related inquiries, you can go there and use it as such. So this is what broadly the process on migration. Is there anything which I missed, Ashish? You
Sandy,
wanted to add?
what you're just saying is if you give a request before 2 p.m. on
Yeah,
Monday, Tuesday morning you will be in Neo.
that's right.
And
Yeah, so
if you give it after 2 p.m. on Monday, then the TAT is Wednesday.
that is right. That your understanding is right. So back office has to do certain checks. Of course, we are looking at automating those checks as well. If that happens, then probably this cutoff time may change. But yes, at this point of time, up to 2 p.m. is treated as same day, and next
Sure.
day morning you are good to go on Neo. But after 2 p.m. you give the request, it will be treated as if you have given the request on Tuesday, and you will be moved on Wednesday.
Got it. Got it. Thanks, Sandy. Sandy, now coming back to the new investors. So you've given us a good sense on how the existing investors can move into new. So what does a new investor need to do if he wants to open an account? How does he get access to new?
Okay. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, so this is the journey for the new customers who want to open the account on Kotak Neo. By the way, I think if you now look at any banner, if you search anything on Kotak Securities and click on open the account, it will invariably take you to download the Kotak Neo and open the account. But there are multiple ways. Either you go to Kotak Securities and from there you can say open the account, or you download from the Play Store the Kotak Neo app. You have an option of clicking on open an account, which is the third option which you see. And once you click on the open an account, all these open an account journeys will take you to the common our DIY account opening journey, where you I think the customer, if he has all the documents ready like PAN card and bank details, all that, I think generally invariably 15 to 20 minutes you should be able to fill up the entire trading application form. It's a trading come demat account opening application, and most of the time I think in an hour you should be getting your welcome mailer and the trading code. Once you get the welcome mailer, whatever process I showed you of setting up the account, that process is common for the existing or the new client. So as I said, for Neo, whether you are migrating from Kotak Securities or you are opening the account in Kotak Neo, more or less the process of login, the first time login, the setup of account, setting up of MPIN, password, biometric, that process is common for both the set of customers. So once you open the account, you click on account setup. So whether you are migrated client or whether you are a new client, you first time click on account setup, complete that process. It's very intuitive. It's step by step. Just complete all the steps what are written, and you are good to go. After that, you just click on login. Again, put the user ID, password, fingerprint, etc. first time. And once the system registers you for that particular device, so there is a binding which happens between the device and the customer code. Once that binding happens, next time it will only ask you one factor, because the second factor is your registered mobile number. So it is fully in compliance with the regulation, but at the same time makes the customer life very easy. That next time just come, put the thumb impression or just put the face ID, and you are good to go inside the app. Click on switch the account, again put the fingerprint, and you're good to go switch to your other account which is registered on the device. So that's how the journey has been created. So for the new customers, the only difference between existing client and the new client, The only difference I want to highlight is this: the new process which has come in, which is called the exchange approval process. So any new customers who open the account may first time see this banner, what you see on the right hand side. It says your account is almost ready. We are setting up your account as per SEBI regulation. You will be able to buy sell from the next day. What has happened is, I think somewhere from August onwards, the regulations have changed, where in addition to the broker doing your KYC, the exchange also runs certain checks, and only after the exchange is sure that all the information what you have captured is adequate and all the fields have been correctly put in, it says that you are permitted to trade categories, what they call. So until your code is approved by the exchange, you will not be able to trade on Neo. Your login can happen, you may be able to even add the funds, you can create watch list, all that is possible. The only difference is you can't trade. So until you see this banner, the new customers will not be able to put a trade. But generally we have seen that whatever account, let's say even if they are open up to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, by 10 o'clock the exchange approves the request, and next day the customer is good to trade on the platform. So that's broadly the journey, Ashish, for the new customers. Very simple journey for both existing and new clients to come on a Neo platform and start trading.
Got it, Sandy. Got it, Sandy. I think you explained it well. Sandy, there is a lot of buzz around Neo of late on the technology behind Neo. Uh, we have seen a lot of discussions happening on the speed. The platform is very fast. It's an advanced trading platform. It is extremely stable. So my question to you would be, what is the technology that you have used in making what we call today as Neo? And also, if you could share a few examples on why this is an advanced trading platform.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So, Ashish, again, I'm not the expert on the technology, but I will talk about key
Yes.
aspects of what we have considered on the technology front. Two or things. One, the Refinitiv trading platform itself. It's a very stable, robust trading engine, mostly used by all, you will say, the new age discount brokers are all on the Refinitiv trading platform. So one, your trading engine itself is very, very stable. Second, we went with the most advanced middleware, which basically does most of the filtering so that only the required request goes to the trading engine. So it takes bulk of the load, it understands what are the customers positions are, and then the system tracks itself. The login is dealing from the trading engine. So a lot of things has been done to make the trading engine very, very light, and that helps in the superior trade execution for the customer. Just give me a minute, Manish. Yeah. So that is on the trading engine front. There are various logics created on the middleware, where again the customers are uh, depending on the screens they are moving, it gets converted to a different channel for subscription. So you could be on watch list page, then it will only track what is there on your watch list. If you're on order page, it will only track what you have on the order page. So that way the system has tried to identify what the customer is looking at, only track that much portion for you. So then it becomes very, very simple, easy for the system to match the speed at which you are trying to look at the information. On the platform, I will say we have used the Flutter as the technology. So Flutter is a new age technology which is there, where you get the single code base for mobile. Within mobile you get Android, iOS, and the website. All three are developed on a single code base. So unlike in the past, where you had different developers working on these three platform, which essentially means different development cycle, testing cycles, etc., which can delay your launch of various new versions of the application. With the Flutter coming in, you get everything at one place. It's a single code base which helps in easy maintainability of the code and the faster release of the new features, as well as for the customers. We have gone with the Golang in the backend, which is again very, very powerful, which can help in processing the large number of API requests in a shorter time frame. And that's why I think when we track most of our KPI dashboards, we see most of the requests being served in less than 1 second, and that is the promise which we want to keep. That how do we ensure that the entire platform is very fast and very easy for the customers to get what they want to see as such. We also implemented something what you will call it as CDN, which basically what it does is it caches most of the information at the global server level. Where let's say you are searching for Reliance, then the system one time goes and tags Reliance, and next time any customer comes from anywhere the globe, he need not come up to the Neo server to get the information. It is there on the cloud and it gets served from there. So these are some of the technologies which can help in reducing the latency which is required before the information reaches the customer. So these are, I would say, some of the things which are available from the technology front, which makes the customer life very, very simple and gets the faster trading experience as such.
So, Sandy, I'm aware that in building this, you haven't cut any corners. I think you used the best possible consultants and the best possible technology in building this, and I'm sure the product has really come out well. Before I move to a lot of questions which the clients are asking, I have a lot of questions for you. One last question before I move to the questions from the clients. What can our clients expect in the coming months? You've told us about a lot of features that are already there, but what is the pipeline? A little bit more on the products which
Okay.
we'll see over the coming months.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So, Ashish, it will be difficult to give a time frame, but let me tell you broadly. I can say by end of this quarter, what we call October to December quarter, the customers can expect the changes on the order form redesign. I think we got a lot of feedback, which I think were very, very important for us to implement. Like customer gave us a feedback saying that why you need to enter the quantity while trading, why can't it be lots, or why can't you give me the simple plus minus features where at a click of a button I can change from one lot to two lots, etc. Or they were finding it little difficult to identify how to put the stop loss. So these were, I think, couple of feedbacks which came from the customers. And while of course we started Kotak Neo new, I think we did not shy away from the fact that if we have made certain uh, mistakes or whatever, or if you think that the larger set of the audience want the change in the order form, then we will deliver that change. So we have taken up that change of the order form redesign, which will make it very, very simple for you to move within the order from delivery or the intraday. Today at the script info level, you have to select delivery and intraday, and then once you go on the order form, you can't choose between the two. So that all will change. You go to the simple order form of, let's say, Reliance, click on the buy, you come on order form here, you see the delivery intraday both available in the same order form. You will be allowed to decide whether you want to put the lots or the shares. The entire order form remembers all your preferences, that whether you want to trade basis lots or shares, or let's say if you are putting stop loss, you are putting the bracket order, whatever last you have chosen, the system remembers all those preferences. So it becomes very intuitive for the customer. You need not go and set something as the default. Whatever is your last chosen one, all those options get carried forward and the system remembers all the preference. So order form is one thing which we are working on. The second, which I told you in the basket, the customer wanted the margin to be available. I think it's a very important feedback, very genuine request. It's just that we have to work on certain API integrations. Once that is done, I think we should be in a position to give the margin on the stock basket. Third feedback which we came from the last traders was the bracket order, where they should be able to put the target and stop loss in the same order. Today they need to come and put the stop loss separately, so it becomes difficult. I think these are some of the features which the traders definitely look forward to, and we are aware of it. We are working on it, and the basket should be available. We are going to also have the position analyzer what we have in KST. The same thing will be available in Neo, and lot of more features for the option traders, including trading from the option chain and lot of analysis on payoff, etc. All that is going to be made available on the Neo platform as well. We are also working on the technical chart upgrade, which I spoke to you, where more studies, more layout saving options, more time frames, all these things will be available on the technical charts for the customer. So this is all what we have got for this quarter for the customers to deliver. And as we get more and more feedback, we'll keep adding to our product backlog. And we all promise to all our customers that every feedback is important. Nothing is saying that this is not important, etc. It's just the question of time and effort involved in getting it developed. And the entire team, I'm proud, is working on to make sure that all the feedback is noted and the seamless trading experience is given to the customer.
Sandy, I'm aware that you are extremely client centric, and I know from your Twitter handle that you answer every query that a client posts. So I'm sure that you are taking client feedback and trying to improve the platform day on day. So, Sandy, coming back to questions from clients, and I'm kind of clubbed these questions so that it'll be we can take more questions in the short time frame. So, there's a question from Ashish, from Sanjay, from Kishore surrounding the charges. So the
Okay.
questions, I club three or four of them together. Are there any extra charges for Kotak Neo?
Okay.
Is there any one-time charge to shift to Kotak Neo if you are an existing client of Kotak? And does the brokerage change if anybody shifts from the old platform into Neo?
Yeah, so Ashish, I think I answered, but I'll repeat it one more time for
Yes.
the clarity purpose that yes, there are no extra charges. It's a platform from Kotak Securities, so there is no extra charge for moving to Kotak Neo and using any of the ecosystem, whether it's mobile, website, trading API, and even the Nest trading terminal. So we have large traders who have been using Nest trading terminal. It's a fabulous experience for the customers, and it's all absolutely free. So all these four platforms or the method of trading are all available absolutely free to the customers. There is no movement, there is no charge for the movement. Of course, whatever is your brokerage plan, that brokerage will, or the DP charges, whatever is there, all those charges will, interest, whatever you are paying in Kotak Securities, the same thing will be applicable in Kotak Neo as well. In fact, your ledger, everything remains same. So there is no change or no separate charge over and above what you are used to paying in Kotak Securities as such.
Sandy, one more thing just I just wanted to bring in was the you spoke about the Nest trading platform. Just wanted all our listeners to know that we are on version 19, which is the latest version of the Nest trading platform. I think no one else in the market has that version. Very advanced, very fast. So I'm thinking I would want the listeners probably to try the Nest terminal as well. So,
Yeah.
Sandy, moving ahead, there's a question from Mukesh and another from Ranjan.
Mhm.
Mukesh wants to know, can we still use Keat Pro X trading terminal on desktop in Neo? And Ranjan wants to, sorry, not Ranjan, but Anurag is saying, can I use both KST and Neo? So I'm saying, one is saying KST, Keat Pro X and Nest, and one is saying KST and Neo. So all yours.
Okay. Again, I think more or less I would have answered, but I will again repeat that you can't be on the. These are like two separate trading ecosystem. As the Kotak Studios has KST on mobile website and the Kit. This becomes one ecosystem, and then the second ecosystem of Kotak Neo mobile API, Nest trading terminal. This is a second ecosystem. These are probably two different trading ecosystem. While your account is same, your position portfolios move seamlessly. You can be on either one tech stack or what we call ecosystem or the Kotak Neo ecosystem. You can't be on the both at the same time. Obviously, we allow the customer on KST and on the website. The Neo client can log in over there. They can even go inside. They can see everything, their portfolio also over there, ledgers, but non-trading activity, the trading activity, which is largely, I will call it as funds or placing orders. This is possible only in one ecosystem. So if you're a Kotak Neo client, your fund and your trades has to be only on the Kotak Neo ecosystem. You can't use the two ecosystems at the same point in time.
Right. Sandy, the next one is a feature request. Anurag, Amar, Bhargav, they are all asking for a similar request. Bracket order with trailing stop loss.
Yeah, I think I said bracket order. Definitely, we are working on. I can't give the exact time from. I'm saying somewhere in December, Jan. That is the period. I think we should be able to be ready with the bracket order. We are also working if we can offer the trading trailing stop loss either along with that or maybe one after another. Maybe you may get bracket order first and trading stop loss maybe after a month or so. So both should be available in some point of time.
But Sandy, you have it in your queue.
It is there in the queue, yes.
Okay,
But
okay,
that
great.
queue is going larger. It is just growing.
Okay, Sandy, the next is this Ranjan was asking uh, how to check the status of migration into Neo. So,
Okay.
he probably has given a request, and I'm not sure. So once the request is given, when does he get to know he's transferred to Neo? A little bit on that.
Okay.
And is there
Okay.
a place to check it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think fair feedback. I think at this point of time, the interaction ends when you are giving the request on a chatbot. But I'm presuming because you are given it on the chatbot, the request is recorded into the Kotak Securities system. Then either of the two things should happen. That either you get migrated and you should get the welcome mailer, or it will someone will get in touch with you from customer service side explaining you the reason why you could not be moved. That is one of the thing which will happen. You may not have a front end right now where you can go and check the what happened to your request kind of a thing. But if there are any instances where the chatbot request was put but you are not heard from Kotak, do let us know. I think give us your more details on client code and I'll ask someone from customer service to take this up. It should not happen, but if it has happened, we should get this checked.
Sandy, multiple charts in same window. Can we open multiple charts in same window?
It is something which will be available, as I said, once we go to the more advanced version, or what we call it as a paid version of trading view. Then this multiple charts also will be available on the Kotak Neo, both the mobile as well as the website.
So just to reiterate, Sandy, our old platform was on Charts IQ. This one is on
Yes,
TradingView, and the
that is correct.
advanced version of TradingView should be available sometime in the coming in the existing quarter, October, November, December.
Yeah, more or less, Ashish. Yes.
Preferably
Again,
before.
I said work has not started until it is delivered. I can't say it is done. So yeah, I will refrain from giving exact timelines. But yes, we will deliver it
No, we are
max.
not asking you before Diwali or after Diwali. It's fine. Before Christmas, so long as you can give it to us, it is okay. Okay, next question is, Sandy. Does Neo show margin required at the time of placing order? This is a question from Ranjan.
Yeah, Ranjan, we do of show the margin. You open any order form, and as you start putting your quantity and the price, the system at the bottom will start showing you the margin. The current form is the investment form is different, and the intraday order form is different. But in both, before you place the order, you can check your margin. The only place where you don't see the margin is the basket way of putting order, but we are solving that issue as well, where before you place the order in the basket, the system will tell you how much margin is required. At the basket level, it will also tell you without hedge benefit what is the margin you need to pay, and because you are putting a basket with hedge, how much margin you will need to pay. We are also working on having a smart order within basket where for you to maximize on the hedge benefit, the system will automatically sort your order in a fashion where your all your buy leg go first and the sell leg go next. So automatically you get the hedge benefit. This is very important from the F&O traders perspective as such. So it will all
Uh,
be available.
Okay. Sandy, there's another question around a couple of questions around segments. So somebody is asking what all segments are available. There's Anurag who's asking is commodity trading available in Neo? So a little bit upon commodity, currency, and all the other segments.
Okay. Anuraga, all the segments are available. Of course, we went, as I said, in agile or the iterative way of development. We started with only equity, but then we added currency. And I think now almost 6 months we have the commodity trading also in place. It's all going seamless for the customer. So all the segments are available, more or less all the order types, what you are used to in Kotak stock trading or Kotak securities, all the order type except was it said GTT trailing stop loss. Barring these few order types, I think more or less everything is available in Kotak Neo as well.
Yeah. Sandy, the question is on can we convert positions from MIS to normal and from normal to MTF? There's a question from Rajiv.
Raju, fair ask. It is not available right now, but it should be available soon. But as
But
of now,
Sandy,
it is not available.
MIS to normal is not available, and probably it's a feature that we can give. Is it possible also to convert a normal order to MTF? During the market hours, you can do it.
No, right now, whatever order you place, that is what the order type it becomes. If you want to place the MTF order, you need to select MTF for the margin trading facility at the start itself. Switching from one product type to another one at this point of time is not available. But
Okay.
it, the request is genuine. We'll work towards it.
Sandy Ian D'Souza is a non-resident Indian, and he is asking, can NRI's clients migrate to Neo? I'm
This
not
is
sure.
also
Sorry,
very
Ian. Sorry, Ian. I'm not sure if you're NRI or not. I just presume that you are an NRI, so I'm putting this question to Sandy. I keep asking him this question very often, so
I thought
it's
I
a
said this is
question
not a
very
favorite
close to my
question.
heart.
But yeah, as of now, NRI is not available. We have to do small tweak. I don't think it's difficult, but yeah, NRI has some additional checks in terms of the RBI band list, etc., which we need to integrate. I think once we do that, I think we should be able to offer the NRI trading as well.
Again, Sandy, I see multiple questions on charge. Any charge to use Neo query? A lot of people are asking it. Please. So I'm saying a little bit on any charge to use any Neo query. I don't get it, but
I
um,
think they must be asking new API. I don't know. Very well.
so I think there are no charges for any platform for sure.
There
That
are
you've
no
already
charges.
explained. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there
yeah.
are no charges. It's another ecosystem available from Kotak Securities, which we all now call it as Kotak Neo. You are just using one more ecosystem developed by Kotak Securities, but legal entity remains same. So no extra charges from moving from one trading ecosystem to another. Absolutely, the charges, everything will remain same. No extra charges,
So
and
I
you get
also,
a better experience. That's it.
Sandy, I see multiple questions on migration. To just to I'll just run through that once again. A, no charges for migration. The time taken is technically 1 day. So if you kind of migrate before 2, next day you use Neo. If you
Yeah,
migrate after 2 o'clock, next day you continue to use KST, and then you use Neo the day after. So if
that
you
is right.
convert after 2 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday you are back on KST. There is no day that you don't have access to either of the two trading platforms.
That
So
is
either
right.
KST will work, either the old system will work, or
Yeah,
Neo will work. It won't
yeah.
be that you are out from here and not in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing I just wanted to highlight, Ashish, I think someone when he asked, how do I know what happened to my request? Or do I know whether I moved to Kotak Neo? The other easier way for you to also know is if you are used to logging to Kotak Stock Trader or let's say Kotak website, if your account is already migrated to Kotak Neo, we immediately flash a pop-up saying that you have become a Kotak Neo client and why don't you download Kotak Neo and start trading. So that is another subtle way of telling that your account is successfully migrated to Neo, and now this is the platform for you to start onboarding and start trading. So whether you receive the welcome mail or for some reason it goes in junk folder or whatever, the other alternate mechanism is if you're logging into the existing Kotak Securities platform and if you are given a migration request before 2 o'clock and next day onwards when you log in, it will immediately tell you that your account is migrated. If it is not migrated despite giving request and time has elapsed, I think you should get in touch with customer service who should be exactly be able to tell you what went wrong, where is the issue, etc.
Sandy, we have, I think, a very short time left, and I've been people are flashing that we have to be a little quick. So, last two or three questions, a very quick one. There's somebody asking, what is Kotak Neo API? There's a question, what is Kotak? Very quickly, APIs and how do they work? Quick answer, Sandy.
Okay. So API is nothing but the way of trading where you can integrate your whatever. Let's say you have a trading strategy, etc. You want the quick execution. You can subscribe to our Kotak Neo Trading API. There are multiple APIs available to download your position or check the rates or check the margin or look at your portfolio position. So these are all trade APIs which are available. I think all the leading brokers, including now Kotak Securities, anyway was offering the trading API to the customers. There are a lot of fintechs who also have their own trading strategy, who allow you to log in through a particular broker, and if that broker has the trade API, then that fintech partner will just allow you to choose a particular broker. So you may get in a drop down a Kotak Neo as a broker, and if as and when that fintech integrates, you can use that fintech's trading strategy, use the Kotak Neo Trade API. It has a simple login and the onboarding process, one time setup. Once that is done, you are good to go and place your trade through that particular
And you
system.
need to be a, do you need to be a techie? You need to have tech knowledge to use APIs?
I would say if you're building your own algorithm to put a trade, then yes, you need to be. But if you're not putting your own algorithm and you just want faster trade execution without coming to Kotak Neo website or mobile, then you need not be techie. You just go to some of this well-known fintech platform like Algobaba or TradeTon, etc., or Quantify. You just go to one of them, subscribe to their facility, use their trading strategy, and integrate with the Kotak Neo. It's like broker being available for your trade. So you use trading strategy from there and just come and execute the trades on the Kotak Neo through the API. You need not log into the Kotak mobile or Kotak website to use the API. Once you are integrated, everything can happen outside the system. Obviously, it's an interconnected ecosystem. So if you place the trade through API, you can see on mobile and vice versa. It's an interconnected
And
ecosystem.
and Sandy, needless to say, unlike most other competition where there are steep charges, monthly charges for using APIs, our APIs are free. There is no cost
Absolutely.
involved. The only thing
Absolutely.
you the only thing you pay is probably the brokerages or whatever your plan is. The charges based on your plan when you actually trade. So
Yes.
otherwise, our APIs come for free. Sandy, very quick last two questions. Is dark mode available on Neo?
Dark mode is available on mobile. It is a work in progress for website.
Okay, great, Sandy. USD INR option chain is missing. Ashok Kumar is saying,
Yes.
why is USD? And Sandy, my question also, why is USD INR option chain is missing?
So Ashish and Ashok Kumar, I think the USD INR option chain is already available. Just download the latest version. As I said, every 10-15 days you will see a new version coming in. Every version you will see some new features. USD INR, I think we launched almost 15-20 days back, and it is available on the mobile as well as website. The USD INR option chain is available.
Order slicing is available on Neo, Sandy?
Yes, it is available. We
So I
spoke on
saw,
that,
I
right?
also saw
Orders
your
like,
presentation. In the
yeah.
presentation, it was also including order sizing is available. So, but there are a lot of other questions, but Sandy, we'll have to put an end to this. That was great. Thank you, Sandy, for spending so much of time. It was really insightful. Our audience would have definitely learned a lot of things probably they were not aware of. I will take an opportunity to tell all the audience to please try Neo. If you are on KST, please do try Neo. It now has the complete suite. It also has an API. API was not there of late, but it is there now. And give it a try. We have put in a lot of hard work in building this platform. Sandy has actually, in his entire team, has put 2 years in creating what we have created today. So give it a try. That's all for what we have today. Thank you very much. It was a real pleasure discussing this with all of you. Thank you very much. Thanks,
Thank you.
Andy. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks, Ashish. And thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope
Thank
you
you.
all download Kotak New and start trading. Thank you.